Hello students, welcome to MJC Learning. Today we will learn the third B chapter of economics, that is the elasticity of demand. The name of the chapter is elasticity of demand. Today in this part we are going to learn about the factors influencing the elasticity of demand. What are the different factors that influence the elasticity of demand? So we can say that there are the 9 factors that influence the elasticity of demand, and these 9 factors are the nature of commodity, availability of substitute, number of uses, habits, fifth one durability, sixth one complementary goods, seventh one number of consumer, eighth one urgency of needs, and the ninth one is time periods. So these are the 9 factors that influence the elasticity of demand. So in this part we are going to learn about what are the different factors that influence the elasticity of demand. Now let us start with the first factors that influence the elasticity of demand. The first factor that influences the elasticity of demand is nature of commodity. What is the first factor? Nature of commodity. By nature we can classify the commodity as necessary, comforts and luxury goods. So according to the nature, the goods can be classified into 3 parts, that is the necessary goods, comforts and the luxury good. Demand for necessary goods like foods, medicine, textbooks, etc. is relatively inelastic. So the demand for necessary goods like food grain, medicines, textbook, etc. is relatively inelastic, and for comforts and luxury goods like cars, perfumes, furniture, etc. demand is relatively elastic. I hope the nature of commodity is clear. So according to the nature of commodity, there are 3 types of good: necessary, comfort and luxury. So the demand for necessary goods like food grains, medicines, textbook is relatively inelastic, and for comfort goods like cars, perfumes, furniture, etc. are relatively elastic. So the nature of according to factor in first factor, that is the nature of commodity. I hope it is clear. Now let us come to the second factor, that is availability of substitute. Demand for a commodity will be more if it has the close substitute are available in the market. So the demand for commodity will be more elastic if it is close substitutes are available in the market. For example, lemon juice, sugarcane juice, etc. But commodities having no close substitute like salt, the demand will be inelastic. So what is the second factor? Second factor is availability of substitute. So according to this factor, those goods which have the close substitutes like lemon juice, sugarcane juice, the demand is elastic, and those goods which have no close substitute like common salt, its demand is inelastic. I hope the second factor, that is the availability of substitute, is clear. Now let us come to the third factor, that is the number of uses. According to the number of uses, single-use goods have a less elastic demand, whereas the multiple use goods have a more elastic demand. So the single use goods which can be used singly have less elastic demand, whereas the good which can be used for the multiple purpose has a elastic demand. For example, coal and electricity. Is this clear? Now what is the fourth one is habits. Habits make demand for certain goods relatively inelastic. So habitual goods like tobacco, cigarette and all these habitual goods make the relatively inelastic. For example, addicted goods, drugs, etc. So addicted good, drugs, etc. have an relatively inelastic demand. Got? Fifth one is durability. The demand for durable goods is relatively inelastic. So the demand for the durable good is relatively elastic. For example, furniture, washing machine, demand for the perishable goods. These goods, for example, demand for the perishable goods, for example the milk and the vegetable, all these goods have an relatively inelastic demand. So I hope all these three factors is clear. What are these three factors? These three factors are the number of uses, habits, and the durability. Now let us come to the sixth factor influencing the elasticity of demand. This sixth factor is complementary goods. The demand for the complementary goods, that is the commodity which is used in conjunctions whether with other commodity to satisfy the single want, is relatively inelastic. For example, a fall in the price of mobile phone may lead to the rise in the demand for SIM card. Are you getting? The demand for the commodity which is used in conjunction with other commodity to satisfy the single want is relatively inelastic. For example, what is the example? The fall, if there is a fall in the price of mobile, may lead to the rise in the demand for SIM card. If the price of the mobile phone falls, then more people will demand that mobile phone, and similarly the demand for the SIM card is going to increase. This is all about the complementary good. Let us come to the seventh one, that is income of the consumer. You getting? The demand for the goods is usually inelastic. If the consumer has high income, the demand pattern of very rich and extremely poor people is rarely affected by the significant changes in the price. So the people which have the very high income group people or the very low income group people, these people create where there is a very less changes in the demand. So this is the example of the relatively inelastic demand income of the consumer. So in this part we have seen the people, those who have very high income group and those who have very low income group, the demand is usually inelastic demand. Now let us come to the eighth part of the factors influencing the elasticity of demand. So the eighth part of the factor influencing the elasticity of demand is urgency of need. What is the eighth factor? That is the urgency of needs. Goods which are urgently needed will have relatively inelastic demand. For example, medicine, luxury goods which are less urgent have relatively elastic demand. So the eighth one is relatively inelastic demand. So the good urgency of need. So the urgency of need also creates that the good which have urgently needed will have the relatively inelastic demand. For example, the medicines, luxury good which are less urgent have relatively inelastic demand. Ninth one is time period. I hope the eighth one is clear, urgency of need. The ninth one is time period. Elasticity of demand is always related to the period of time. So what is the ninth one? Elasticity of demand is always related to the period of time. It varies with the length of time period. Generally speaking, longer the duration of period, greater will be the elasticity of demand. So longer the time duration, the greater will be the elasticity of demand, and vice versa. This is because consumer can change the consumption habits in the long run in favor to the cheaper substitute of the commodity. So the time period also plays a very important role in determining the elasticity of demand. So today in this part we have seen what are the different factors that influence the elasticity of demand. So all these different factors which influence the elasticity of demand we have seen according to the 9 factors. These 9 factors were the nature of commodity, availability of substitute, number of uses, habits of the goods, durability, complementary good, income of the consumer, and urgency of need, and the time period. I hope according to the explanation of all these factors, you might be clear what are the different factors that influence the elasticity of demand.